Good evening, people. Good evening, people. Arno TV is live on YouTube. It's been a few days. I thought I'd come on here and say hello, and just have a bit of a chat about stuff that's been going on, because over the last few days, quite a lot's been going on, really, hasn't it? A lot has been going on. I didn't want to come online, to be honest, over the time of the morning period, because whatever my views are, obviously some people have very different views, and I didn't think it was appropriate to come on at that time. So we're back on now. Now that's all done with, and we can maybe point a few things out now that period's gone by. So let's start by going over to the internet, and let's just have a look at some of the things that I'm going to talk about. So let's start here in the Independent, okay? This article in the Independent is about our new monarch, King Charles, may remove standing status from Andrew and Harry as he seeks to amend law. Now, what this article is about, it's about since, Great Reset Charlie became king, Andrew now has a position again within the royal family, doesn't he? He's a consular of state, isn't he? And what that means, for anybody that doesn't know, if the monarch is out of the country on state business or something of that nature, or was ill or was unable to attend, certain types of functions, that someone like Andrew would be the stand-in. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at, okay? Prince Andrew has been brought back into the fold, okay, by our new monarch. Now, this article is discussing whether he's going to change this law that came into place, which is under the Regency Act here in 1937. Whether Charles is going to change that, we'll see, yeah? But at the moment, Andrew is back in the royal family and has a position as we speak currently. So this is where we're at. And, people need to start thinking out there that this second Elizabethan age that we've just come to an end of, it's over. And we now have a monarch who's, as I said before, who has direct associations with people like Klaus Schwab over at the World Economic Forum, pushing the agendas that we've been speaking about on this channel for 2.5, nearly 3 years, such as the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, stakeholder capitalism, the Great Narrative. All of these things are being pushed by these people that we speak about on this channel. And Prince Charles, for anybody out there, Prince Charles, King Charles, now, not Prince Charles, King Charles, our head of state, okay? For anybody out there that still thinks that this channel is putting out conspiracy theory, okay? Who was it who launched the Great Reset? Who was it? It was Great Reset King Charles, wasn't it? So for anybody who still wants to think that this is a conspiracy theory and the things that we speak about on here are conspiracy theories, let's just remind people, because I know we had some issues with the sound the other day, yeah, when I did an impromptu broadcast. I think that those might have been sorted out now. But let me tell you something. The issues that are going on in the background here, even logging in now, I was actually logged in to my own YouTube account, and before I could go live, even though I was logged in, I had to reconfirm it was me that was going live. This is what's going on in the background because of the things that we speak about on this channel. And I will not be censored by anybody with my own, of what my own views are and how I feel about something, because let me tell you something, we only live once in this life, yeah? And if I can't say what I want in the one life that I have and how I feel, then it's a very sad state of affairs. And I refuse to live in a world like that, okay? I refuse to live in a world like that, and I refuse to be censored by anybody, okay? I'm going to say what I like, and it's as simple as that. So, where were we? So, let's just go over, to the World Economic Forum's YouTube channel, and let's just see, should I say, what our monarch had to say launching the Great Reset, just in case anybody still wants to think that this is not happening.
Case we have no alternative, because otherwise, unless we take the action necessary and we build again in a greener and more sustainable and more inclusive way, then we will end up having more and more pandemics and more disasters from ever accelerating global warming and climate change. So this is the one moment, as you've all been saying, when we have to make as much progress as we can.
Well, there you go. That's what he said at the launch of the Great Reset. And in Davos that year, he went on to say a lot more, didn't he? In the actual, shindig that they have every year over in Davos. Because what he was talking about when he was at the shindig that year, what was he talking about? He was talking about this new multilateral global system that all of these people are pushing and trying to basically replace democracy with all over the Western world. That is where we're at with these people. And, speaking about Prince Andrew a moment ago, he's been brought back into the fold, by our new monarch, okay, after all the revelations that's come out about him and his involvement with Epstein and Gila Maxwell, okay? And just in case anyone's forgotten, I know I brought this up recently, but it's about time that people out there started remembering things like this. Where was Prince Andrew again when all these articles in the news initially broke about his involvement with all of that? Where was he again? Oh, that's right. He was over in Davos with Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum, wasn't he? Wasn't he? And he was there pushing the agendas of the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, stakeholder capitalism, and any other thing that they want to put out, like the latest one, the Great Narrative. That is who this man is and who he's involved with. And there's no disputing it, okay? He is another one of these people that's involved with Schwab pushing this agenda. And his involvement with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Just remind me, who does Klaus Schwab have working for him? Who does he have working for him? Oh, that's right. He has Isabel S. Maxwell working for him, doesn't he? As it says here on the World Economic Forum's website. Another one of these people that's got their own little page about them, listing all their achievements. And it says here, she is working with the World Economic and Klaus Schwab. So do you think that this is a coincidence that Ghislaine Maxwell's sister is working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab? And what happened to Ghislaine Maxwell again? She got convicted, didn't she? But what's happened to her recently? Oh, that's right. Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred to a low-security federal prison in Florida, wasn't it? As it says here on CNN, okay? And all the links, like every broadcast that I discuss in these broadcasts, the links will be left in the descriptions for you to look at yourself. And what does it say here? Ghislaine Maxwell has been transferred to a low-security federal prison in Florida to continue serving her 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. So basically, she has been transferred to a low-security prison. Yeah? After the things that this woman has done, it just goes to show you, doesn't it, that these people think you're stupid, okay? What we logically to expect here in a few years that we suddenly hear she's got out, yeah? Why is she in a low security prison, this woman? This is an absolute disgrace. And like I've told you, all these people are working together, okay? And it's interesting, I've said to you guys before about the media, okay, working hand in hand with these people. And we've discussed before on this channel, haven't we? Because Klaus Schwab used to be a director for the Daily Mail Group, didn't he? So for anybody as well that wants to think that's conspiracy, let's look here on Companies House, the Daily Mail and General Trust PLC. Let's just have a look at see if Klaus Schwab ever was a director. Oh, there we are. Professor Klaus Schwab was a director of the Daily Mail between between the 3rd of June 1998 and the 1st of December 2004. Okay? There you go. This is what is going on. If you think that someone like Klaus Schwab doesn't have clout in the media, I mean, this is where we're at with these people, okay? So the Daily Mail group, okay, why I call them Klaus Schwab's friends is because they're working hand in hand with Schwab and the World Economic Forum. And let's think about some other elements of our media, okay? We're just looking at that article about Prince Andrew in The Guardian, okay? So, I wonder who owns The Guardian, okay? Let's just have a look. Let's just have a look and see who owns The Guardian. So if we Google search, like we've done here, who owns The Guardian newspaper, what does it come up with here? That the owners now are the Scott Trust PLC, okay? So who are they? Well, let's just go onto Wikipedia and let's look at the Scots Trust Limited PLC, yeah? So let's just have a look who they are. So they own the Guardian Media Group, okay, which includes the Guardian and the Observer, okay. That's who Scots Trust Limited owns, okay. And who owns Scots Trust Limited? Well, according to the Wikipedia page, it says here on the 14th of March, Apax Partners, a venture capital firm, increased its share to become the sole shareholder in the business. So basically, from March 2014, this company, this venture capital firm, Apax Partners, yeah, they own the Scots Trust Limited, and the Scots Trust Limited own the Guardian and the Observer. So let's just go on to Apax's website, which is here, yeah, Apax, okay. What do you think the chances are, okay? What do you think the chances are that the Apax group, yeah, this company, are working with the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab? What do you think the chances are? So if we just go over onto the World Economic Forum's website and look at another page of somebody that's got one of their own little pages about them, listing all their achievements, one of their acolytes that's working with them, let's just have a look and let's see any connections here to the Apax group, yeah? And who's this guy? Ronald Cohen, yeah? Another one of these people that's working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum, pushing the agendas that we have been telling you about on this channel, okay? And who's he, okay? Amongst his achievements listed here, what does it say here? He is the co-founder of what became Apax Partners Worldwide LLC, which he led as its executive chairman until 2005. Okay, so this guy was one of the people that actually founded Apax Partners, who own the Guardian and the Observer. Okay, do you not see how all this works, people? And let's just see if there's any other people on the World Economic Forum's website that are involved with the same company, like this lady, okay, Irina Hemmers, okay, and what who's she? She's on the media team. The media team for Apax Partners in London. Okay? And is there anyone else on the World Economic Forum that's involved with this company that owns the Guardian and the Observer? And who's this guy? Who's this guy? Another one of these people that's got their own page about them, listing all their achievements, okay, on the World Economics Forum. And this guy is a guy called Nikos Straffolopoulos, yeah? And who's he? And who does he work for? Oh, that's right. He works for the Apax Partners in London, yeah? And these people don't have influence in the media, okay? Klaus Schwab used to be a director of the Daily Mail Group for 6.5 years. And now we find out that the company that owns the Guardian and the Observer, yeah, the company that owns them, is working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum. Now, isn't that a surprise? And just to show you how involved the Apax group is with Klaus Schwab and all his acolytes, the Apax Partners, should I say, how involved they are, yeah? Look here. If you search on the World Economic Forum's website, the Apax Partners, yeah, there are 10 pages of all their acolytes and people that are involved with the World Economic Forum pushing these exact agendas that we have been trying to tell you about on Arno TV for nearly 3 years. This is who these people are, okay? And this is who they're working with. So when people out there have said that this channel puts out conspiracy theory, and I'm putting out conspiracy theory, am I? So when I've told you that these people are working hand in hand with the media, am I making this up? Am I making this up? Am I making it up that Klaus Schwab for 6.5 years was a director of the Daily Mail Group? Yeah? Am I making it up that Apax Partners own the Scots Trust LLC? Yeah? They own that company, and that company owns the Guardian and the Observer. Okay? So do these people have influence in the media then? I mean, are people not seeing how this all works? What these people are trying to do, like I've told you, they are trying to create a world where them and all of their acolytes and all the organisations that they all work with, including these companies, will get to do exactly whatever they want, break any rules that they want, do whatever they want, and there'll be absolutely zero consequences to any of these people, even if they get caught doing things that they shouldn't be doing. While we will all live in a world where we'll be basically in servitude to these people and the organisations that they're all attached to. That is what is going on, people. These people are an absolute disgrace. Just like our new Prime Minister, yeah? Who's another one of these people on the World Economic Forum's website that's got their own little page about them, you know, one of their acolytes, basically. And she's there, another one, working hand in hand with Schwab and all his acolytes. Now, Liz Truss, she's a conservative Prime Minister, isn't she? But she wasn't always conservative, was she? Oh no, because she used to be in the Liberal Democrats, didn't she, many moons ago? Okay, but, you know, because obviously this is a woman with zero conviction, no moral compass, no, you know, that can change their position like that, it should show you that this is another one of these people that's a puppet for the organisations that they're all working with, okay? And she's had a big role, hasn't she, since Queen Elizabeth died? She's been all over the place, hasn't she, with our new king? Well, she doesn't have the kind of views, yeah, that she used to publicly state, yeah? Let's have a look. This is quite interesting and should show you how much of a puppet this woman is and who she is and what she is, yeah? Let's just have a look at a video, yeah? When she was a Liberal Democrat, okay, back in 1994. That's an interesting year, isn't it? And we'll come back to that in a moment, okay? And let's just have a look at what she had to say, okay, about the monarchy in 1994. And you'll find this quite interesting. And this should show you all who this woman is and what she's about. She's an absolute disgrace, this woman. And she's got no moral compass, no conviction about anything. She is another one of these people that's working hand in hand with Schwab and his acolytes over at the World Economic Forum, pushing the exact agendas that we've been trying to tell you about for, what, nearly 3 years now, since this all started with this pandemic. Okay? So I'm just going to let this play, and this should show you exactly who this woman is.
Not that believe that people should be born to rule, or that they should put up and shut up about decisions that affect their everyday lives. We met another group of people and another group of people, and all three groups of people said, abolish the monarchy. In fact, conference, we couldn't find a single monarchist outside the Royal Pavilion. How ironic.
She wasn't saying that, was she, when she was with Prince Charles last week? Sorry, King Charles now. Yeah, you see who these people are. Anyone who can turn on, you know, basically completely do a 180 degree turn on what their views are and where they stand politically, yeah? She's a puppet, this woman. That is who this woman is. She's a disgrace. And she's another one of these people, like I've shown you here on the World Economic Forum's website, that's working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab. just like the rest of them, okay? And, you know, like I've told you before, half the cabinet are involved with these people as well, and here's another one, Penny Mordaunt, okay? You know, she was a candidate in this leadership race for being Prime Minister. You know, that not this one that none of us got to vote in, you know, another Prime Minister that none of us have voted for. Well, in the early stages, she was another one of these candidates. And, you know, as it says here on the World Economic Forum's website, she's another one of these people that's working hand in hand with Schwab and all of his acolytes over at the World Economic Forum, pushing the agendas of stakeholder capitalism, the fourth industrial revolution, the Great Reset, and the latest one, the Great Narrative. This is who these people are. And all of them, no matter what lies they want to put out to the public, all of them, they're all pushing this exact same agenda. This is who these people are. And, you know, let's think again. I mean, this should just go to show you how these people, what these people tell you is just complete rubbish and lies, how they're not all working together. Because we've got someone on the alleged opposite end of the political spectrum to Penny Mordaunt, Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, who's another one of these people that's working hand in hand with Schwab and his acolytes over at the World Economic Forum, pushing these exact agendas. And what Sadiq Khan is doing, he is pushing these agendas through every single London borough. That is what this man is doing. So, like I've said on a few occasions before, if you're living in London and you didn't realise that your own mayor was working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab and all of his acolytes, well, you do now, don't you? Because let's just remind Arno TV viewers, if we go on again onto the World Economic Forum's YouTube site, let's just have a let's remind ourselves again. What did Sadiq Khan, what did he say over in Davos last year? Shall we just remind people out there of who Sadiq Khan is?
One of the things that Gabriela talked about, which is really important, is what this pandemic has done is not simply expose the structural inequalities in our society. I would argue we are the most progressive city in the world. Even being so, this pandemic has exposed those structural inequalities, but it's exacerbated them as well. And what do I mean by that? If you're a black male Londoner, you're 4 times more likely to have lost your life than if you're a white male Londoner. If you're a mother, you're 50% more likely to have lost your job than if you're a father. And so I've experienced what the IMF is talking about when the IMF says, if we're not careful, we could undo 30 years of progress made around gender equality. And Ishan, you'll hear phrases like build back better being used by not just the new president of the USA. I can actually smile when I say president of the USA now, rather than frown or be intimidated into cowering. But actually it means a new normal where we have a just recovery. And I hate using the word opportunity when it comes to a global pandemic, but Gabriela is spot on. We've got to use this horrible pandemic as an opportunity to reset and, in your words, reboot our economies across the globe. And that means not just government, but also civic society, the business community, the faith community, and others working together to address some of the inequalities we've talked about for too many years on an annual basis at Davos.
Did you hear that, people? Did you hear that? Sadiq Khan is another one of these people that views this pandemic that we're all still in as an opportunity, doesn't he? And he is working hand in hand with the World Economic Forum, pushing these agendas. And as they were discussing in this segment here, these people are hijacking, they're using this pandemic with these agendas, and they are hijacking legitimate issues, okay? That is who these people are. They're absolutely disgraceful. And Sadiq Khan is another one of these people that's working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab. Now, do you think that it's a coincidence that all these people that we speak about on this channel, that all of them are all working hand in hand with the World Economic Forum, pushing these exact agendas? You think this is a coincidence? And people think that what we're talking about on here is conspiracy theory, yeah? What we are doing on this channel is we are drawing your attention to this, because what these people like to do and how these people are allowed to get away with it is they do all these things that we're talking about out in the open, don't they? And this pandemic has brought these people right onto the centre of the stage, and the spotlight is shining brightly on them because they have used this pandemic. They have used this pandemic to push these agendas through under the table when they think nobody's looking. These people are an absolute disgrace, and they do not represent you or me. The World Economic Forum, yeah, it's supposed to be a political think tank. It's not supposed to be involved in implementing policies, okay? But this is exactly what these people are doing. These people are trying to implement policies on a global level. You know, it's not me on my website that has statements on there like that I would like to be the manager of a global commons, but this is the statements that are on their website, and it's quite clear on their website, because if we go over to the World Economic Forum's website and we look at what they say about the Great Reset, they, as we've been telling you, these people view this pandemic as an opportunity, okay? And what do they say that this opportunity represents for them? It says, like it states here on their own website, as we enter, should I say, a unique window of opportunity to shape the recovery. This initiative will offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priority of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of a global commons, drawing from the vision and the vast expertise of the leaders engaged across the forum's communities. The Great Reset Initiative has a set of dimensions to build a new social contract that honours the dignity of every human being. Who do these people think they are? Okay, we did not vote for these people. Okay, none of us voted for these people, but these people want to be in charge of management of a global commons. Yeah. These people are talking about one world governance, okay? That is what this multilateral global system that Klaus Schwab says is fit for the 20th century. That is where these people want to take us. They're an absolute disgrace, these people. And, you know, it's about time that people started waking up and recognising who these people are and what they're up to, okay? And, you know, if we go, we showed a similar video to this the other day. Let's just have a look again at Klaus Schwab, okay, bragging about the World Economic Forum's influence over various leaders of the world. Let's just listen to this.
And I have to say, when I mention now names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. Mm-hmm. But what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
And that's true in Argentina too. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's true in Argentina as well.
It's true in Argentina, and it's true in France now. Mm-hmm. I'm with the president, who is a young global leader. But what is important for me...
You hear that, people? Do you hear that? See, that is where we're at with these people, okay? bragging about how they've infiltrated Western governments across the whole world, which is what I've been talking about. Here he is bragging about it to the press, okay? But you don't hear anything about this in the press, do you? Because the press are working hand in hand with him, aren't they? Aren't they? Because he used to be the director of the Daily Mail Group for 6.5 years, and we've got the company that owns The Guardian and The Observer working hand in hand with the World Economic Forum. And these people, we are led to believe that these people have no influence in the media. This is an absolute disgrace what is going on. So this is the world that these people want to take us into, okay? This is where we are at with these people, okay? This is where we're at. So, you know, it's a quick broadcast tonight, but, you know, this is what is going on, people, and it's about time, like I've told people out there, to start looking in to what is what is going on and who these people are all working with. Because when you actually start looking in to what is going on and who these people are all working with, they're all working with the exact same people, and all of them are pushing the exact same agenda. And this is where we are now at the back end of 2022. And I never thought that we'd be living in a world like this, but this is where we're at, people. This is where we are at. So just a quick broadcast tonight, just to remind people of a few things. But you know, obviously, if you like the channel, then please like and subscribe to it. Ring the notification bell so I can, you know, inform you of any future videos I'm putting out or streams. But for now, take care, stay rock and roll. I'll be back with you guys soon. Until then,